Oh, what is going on, guys? Up here, and we have our first DLC character announced. Geese Howard from the Fatal Fury and King of Fighters series is now part of Tekken 7. What do I have to say about this character? This guy looks insane. Literally, he's like a more fierce Brian Fury. The voice acting is very good, and being a voice actor myself, I can appreciate small things like that. It's not a small thing at all. Anyway, I like that this character is something different to look at. The first thing I notice is that Geese Howard, like Akuma, can jump with intention. And what I mean by that is, you'll notice in Tekken when a member of the main cast jumps, there's a noticeable amount of effort made by the characters on takeoff and on landing. This is made evident by the animations. When jumping, first they crouch, bending the knees. On the way up, the legs straighten out. When they reach the height of their jump, the knees bend again, then straighten out a little bit on the way down, and then when they land, they do this sort of half crouch, and then it's back to neutral. When characters like Geese and Akuma, and I think Eliza to some degree if I'm not mistaken, when they jump, there's almost this weightlessness to them. You can see maybe a quick bending of the knees, but for the sake of argument, it's almost like an instantaneous transition from standing to jumping and then back again. And that may just be a product of the type of games that these characters come from. 2D fighters where everything is super fast and you have 100 hit combos and the characters jump up in the sky like it's Dragon Ball Z. Can you tell Marvel vs. Capcom gets on my goddamn nerves? He's also yet another character with fireballs, or floor Hadokens as I like to call them, that people are going to spam while people get angry at me for throwing a fucking pizza. He can also, like Akuma, throw fireballs while jumping. Geese also has these really interesting throws, one of which picks you up off the ground, and another which activates as a parry. It doesn't look like Geese takes damage while activating this parry, as you're seeing that blue block effect on contact. In King of the Fighters 14, this is the same as a parry Geese can do that doesn't require any meter, but he also has a stronger version in that game that actually does take meter. From what I can tell, that version isn't shown in the Tekken trailer, so either he doesn't have it or they just didn't show it. And speaking of meter, Geese might also have his own unique meter in the same way that Akuma and Eliza have theirs, that being a blood meter and an EX meter. That is unless, of course, the devs get lazy and they just slap on the goddamn EX meter. Another thing about the parry is that it can stop rage arts. The parry can stop rage arts. In the trailer, we see Jin thrown out of his rage art, and Geese just slap his hand out of the way as he throws him to his other side. That was funny. In other words, panic rage arts against this guy are going to get punished hard against the right player. Now talking about design, by comparison, I think Geese looks a little weird in his own game, King of the Fighters 14, where all of the characters have simplified looking textures. Whereas in this game, Geese is just as textured as everyone else. He looks really good. I think this is the best he has ever looked in any game he has been in. He used to be a pixel, and then they just brought him to 3D, but only in a 2D fighter, and now he's in Tekken 7 looking the best he's ever looked. Tekken can do King of the Fighters better than King of the Fighters can. They've succeeded in bringing another two-dimensional fighter into a three-dimensional space, and it doesn't look or seem awkward. So far, we've gotten the interest of Street Fighter players by bringing Akuma into the fold, and now we have Geese Howard, which brings people from a totally different franchise into Tekken 7. From the beginning, I've been saying that Bandai Namco's been trying to bring all different kinds of players from other games into our game, and this edition makes that evident. The next DLC character we don't know about yet might be from yet another franchise for this very purpose. Wouldn't it be cool if we had a Killer Instinct, Marvel, Virtua Fighter, or Mortal Kombat character added as well? The fans of Tekken would just continue to grow, which is what I think Tekken has needed since the start of my YouTube channel. This is just a nicely packaged way of doing it. Personally, when asked on Twitter by Harada-san about which guest character I'd want to see in Tekken, I said Axel from the Streets of Rage series, maybe even Blaze. I love that game. I even have a playthrough of it on my channel, and for some reason I skipped a level. Oh well, Axel might not happen on account of only me and one other guy making the suggestion to Harada-san. According to the trailer, Geese Howard will become available in winter 2017, so you can expect him by summer 2018. That's right, I will never let them live down that lie that was early 2017 when Tekken was supposed to be released. Welcome to early 2017, everybody. Also, if you... Excuse me. Also, if you were paying attention, this trailer is showing us a brand new stage. And it's another stage that has walls. Thank God. I'm not very fond of infinite stages. It feels like sometimes in a fight on an infinite stage, I spend half of my time just trying to get to the other guy. It's stages like this one where you can really appreciate how much detail the game engine and the developers can create within a great deal of space. While looking through these images and admiring the detail, I noticed that there are American flag designs scattered around the dojo. And here I was thinking that this was another Heihachi stage, and it turns out that this is actually Geese Howard's own stage, considering he's an American from the town of Southtown, most likely in Florida, who learned Japanese martial arts. It also happens to be an inside and an outside stage, which I can appreciate. I'm interested in hearing what guest character you guys want to play as in Tekken 7. Just leave a comment below and I'll pin my favorite to the top. If you aren't subscribed yet, you can do so by pressing the red button below this video right now. My uploads will show up in your subscription feed totally free. I thank you for watching this video, and remember that you cannot kill an idea. See you guys next time! Ow!